Kyle, I'm gonna stand up. I've had this bit in my head for like a couple days now.
Atomic Radio Hour, post-nuclear podcast. This is Vault Boys, the review of Fallout on Prime Season 2. And Kyle's here, everybody. Kyle, I want to start this off by saying I was right. I was right. I've been right since Season 1, Kyle. Ooh, does it feel good? You wanna go down the list of things I was right about, Papa?
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's do it. Ron. Colorado. I've been saying Colorado since Season 1, have I not?
Yeah.
Liberty Prime. Tell me I wasn't right about that one, Papa.
You were right about that one.
Say it again.
You were right about Liberty Prime.
Thank you. There was another thing. What was the other thing? I think I might have said that the super mutant wasn't showing up again. I think I said that.
I think.
What else? There was more. I know I said more. What the f***? I know I said more. I stood up for this. Welcome to Vault Boys, a subsidiary of Atomic Radio Hour, which is a subsidiary of Ghoulman Entertainment. How are you?
Oh, are you asking me how? Or you're asking the audience how?
I mean, I'm asking everybody, Kyle. What kind of host doesn't ask how their guests are? Come on.
I'm good. We got a lot to talk about.
I need Bethesda to run me a check. I could write for these games. And I'm saying that with like no hyperbole. I'm not saying that with any sense of ego. Sorry that I wore this shirt in a previous Vault Boys episode. I have a washer machine, so that's how that works. They're going to Colorado, Kyle. They're going to Colorado.
Yes, they are.
I live here.
You do?
I live there, dude. I'm so excited. If they film in Colorado, I'm going to do everything in my power to try to become an extra.
They probably might.
I wouldn't be surprised they do, honestly, they wouldn't do like 30 minutes outside of Denver. And I could be anywhere 30 minutes outside of Denver and anywhere from 30 to like 3 hours. I'll do it.
Yeah,
Say I won't.
I know you will.
I was even joking at work. I was like, give me a scene where I'm just one of the tribals of Dogtown swinging a chain, like in the background, like around a bunch of feral beasts, a bunch of feral dogs, and they will have to shoot that B-roll like 6 times. They'll be like, "Sir, why do you keep putting that hat on and those glasses? And why are you crying?" Ella walks onto the frame, onto the set, and you're bawling your eyes. What's wrong? No, sir, we don't care what happened to you when you were 12. I don't know what you're talking about. And I'm just like, "Where's Todd?" And they're like, he's not here. He's not here for a lot of this. Kyle, they're going to Colorado.
They are.
We're going to jump around a lot because this is a really good last episode.
We are. Most definitely.
Coop brings up Colorado in the beginning of the episode, right? Like it's early on where
about them moving
to Bakersfield.
They're moving. Yeah.
And then he's like, I think we should go as far east as Colorado. And I put my hands up and I went, No. You show a gun, you use a gun. That's the rule. And then Kyle, when he finds the postcard, I shit you not, I got on my knees in front of the television. I was like, I'm right. I'm so fucking connected to this universe that I like.
You are?
Go on, please, because I'm just going to sit here and gush about. It's a good episode. I just don't know where to start. That's the main problem.
Well, we can start at the beginning.
Okay. That's where, yeah.
We go back to the Legion Civil War happening, and we see that Macaulay Culkin's character grabs Caesar's body, and we get to see what the note is. And I think everybody was right about the note. It was either going to be like, what was the main thing that was like, that everybody kept saying it was going to say?
The thing I kept seeing was, I am the only Caesar, over and over and over and over again. Mm-hmm. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Caesar... do you get any notion that Caesar wanted anyone else to be worshipped other than himself?
No. Nope.
Caesar was a self-aware narcissist. Mm-hmm. He's not going to sit there and be like, oh yeah, Lanius, you're up. Volpez, you're up. I love when we get to see the note and then, I don't know Macaulay, I guess the new Caesar at this point. Yeah. I don't know his legate name, but the new Caesar, so Macaulay Caesar.
Caesar Culkin. Gets
the note and eats it, and they all start chanting his name when he puts on the crown. When he's like, we shall go to the mythical land of Vegas, and we shall make a palace for Kaisar. Oh, a Kaisar's palace.
Yep, and I was like,
out of all of the casinos I passed by when I was in Vegas, that was the only one I went into to buy chips from. So I have a Kaiser's Palace. You know what I mean? Just
that's funny.
I was very happy with that.
Yeah, I was expecting the note to be like, yeah, no, you guys are
Really?
Yeah, it was always going to be something like they're going to find it and be like, oh, it was just in the end that he was just going to them over.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if in the original writing for New Vegas, you were able to uncover a thing where he was like, I'm just doing this because it's what I'm doing. Like, at what point did he lose sight of what he was actually doing?
Well, didn't he have like a brain tumor? Am I right? Or what was wrong with him in the game? So, like, I think my theory too was like, oh, it's just going to be ramblings.
Yeah, that would have made sense. I think honestly, both would have been fine. I would have been like, oh, whatever, because Caesar Culkin, I think he would have just eaten the note still and been like, I'm in charge.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you think that we were like the episode was going to end the way it was going to end in Vegas? Because I had no idea it was going to do that. I thought it was going to be something completely different.
I don't know. I don't think I really thought about like how it was going to end, because like it was like, okay, so how are we wrapping this up?
I thought the Legion was going to get to Vegas. I thought it was going to be a joke.
Oh, you.
I thought it was going to be like a one-off joke. I thought the Legion was going to get to Vegas and they were going to be like, we are here to take our mighty city. And then Caesar was going to be looking down the snout of a Deathclaw and just goes, oh, and then the entire Legion gets obliterated. I did not predict whatsoever what was going to happen is what happened.
I think part of me thought like, oh, House was going to do something and like use some weapon of some kind and just fucking obliterate them when they got close.
Really?
Something like that. I think I had in my mind of like, okay, I felt like we might see this war or whatever happen, and then that will be like, we'll see next season, you know, the beginning of it. Yeah. But I thought we would get a glimpse of the combat, which I supposedly there was screenshots of the conflict happening at nighttime or something like that. People were saying.
Yeah, that's what I kept seeing is there's shots of NCR in Vegas proper, and or like the border of Freeside and the Strip or whatever. They must be sitting on, like, I read today, and today is February 6, 2026 in the year of somebody's lord, that they're starting filming in May. So I wouldn't be surprised. They have a lot of the Vegas stuff already shot.
Yeah,
just absolutely. Because they're so... The screenshots that I remember seeing was so much more NCR and so much more Legion than we ever got. And it didn't look like I remember seeing troops, and we only saw the troops for, you know, a little bit of time. Where do you think they're from?
The NCR?
Yeah. So we were having this debate at work, and I'm gonna look this up real quick.
I honestly don't know.
So the states that are the states that make up the NCR are Shady, which is Shady Sands, Vault 15, and Junktown, right?
Right.
That's from the Fallout Bible 5, and other neighboring NCR settlements. Los Angeles, which are Antietam and the settlements in the Boneyard area, right?
Right.
The Hub, incorporating the Hub and other towns. Maxon, originally including Lost Hills as an independent enclave. Kyle, the enclave? The status is unknown due to the ongoing NCR Brotherhood War. Dayglow, which is the southern towns, incorporating towns south of Angel's Boneyard. And New Vegas, potentially incorporating New Vegas and the surrounding Mojave wasteland, requires the NCR to depose Mr. House and win the Second Battle of Hoover Dam, right?
Right.
Inside of New California is Arroyo. So the settlement that the Chosen One is a part of, right? Anza Borgoro, which I'm not sure if I'm saying that correctly. The Boneyard, Dayglow, the Hub, the Divide, formerly Irvine, California. Junkyard, the Long 15, Navarro, New Reno, nominally, Oak Creek, One Pine, Owens Lake, Redding, Sacktown, Vault 15, and Vault City. In Arizona, it's the Arizona Spillway and Willow Beach, formerly, so no longer. And in Baja, it's Rattletail. And in the Mojave, it's the 188 Trading Post, Outreach Office Park, Bitter Springs, Boulder City, Camp Forlorn Hope, Camp Guardian, Camp Golf, Camp McCarran, Camp Searchlight, Camp Guardian and Camp Searchlight are formerly Freeside, as by 2296 because of the show, Helios 1, Hoover Dam, the Mojave Outpost, the NCRCF, formerly Nelson, formally and optional. New Vegas, partially and optional. Prim is optional. The Sharecropper Farms and Sloan. That's in the Mojave. And then there's also formerly Fort Aradesh. So these are the cities and the settlements that are a part of. So where do you think these are coming from? Because I have my ideas.
I don't really know. I think like from what the lady was telling Cooper is that since Shady Sands was destroyed, them to get like two reinforcements was like very like, because there was like NCR was like gone. Pretty much, it seemed like in Vegas. It had to be a while for them to get word or something out to somewhere. So I really don't know.
I have a feeling it's Dayglow.
Dayglow?
Dayglow, I think, is the closest. I'm looking it up on Google Maps right now. San Diego is where... so I'm on the Fallout wiki, fallout.fandom.com, the Nukipedia, if you will. And this for Dayglow says, a post-war city built in the ruins of the pre-war city of San Diego. Right. And Baja is Baja, California, which is Mexico. And they were starting to set troops into Baja. Right. So I'm thinking the closest thing, Bakersfield, it looks like it might be closer, but I'm thinking that's the Boneyard. And that's pretty much like the area where Lucy's Vault was, where 33 is. So I'm thinking Dayglow was south enough where they could actually, let's see where the observatory is. Yeah, the observatory is 4 hours and 41 minutes drive from Vegas. So like Long Beach, Irvine, LA, Pasadena, Santa Monica, Glendale's in here somewhere, the Griffith Observatory. You know, this area of LA is in my understanding is gone because this is where more or less Shady was, right?
Right.
I think they came from Arroyo. I think they came from Arroyo because Arroyo is as far away as you can kind of get from being outside of California.
Right.
The mountainous region of South Oregon closest to Klamath. All right, so it's in Oregon. I have a feeling the NCR is just kind of holed up in Oregon, and that's why it's taken 20-something years to get, or 15, whatever, how long it was since the last battle, to get people back to California.
Right.
Did you think Maximus was going to die during that fight?
Part of me thought he was going to go out. Part of me thought he was going to go out. We had our canon NCR Chuck show up. That's canon for me. That's NCR Chuck.
Yeah, Kyle?
Yeah.
That makes me so happy. If that's going to be NCR Chuck for you, I'm so happy about that. I was really afraid that was going to be the courier. I was like, please don't be the courier. Please don't be the courier. Please don't be the courier. Because, we're not choosing an ending. And then you've chosen an ending.
Right. Speaking of the courier, we only got one mention of him, or them.
Did we?
Yeah. So when we see Cooper and House talking again, House says over the years his body became a target for wandering travelers with something to prove. He's been poisoned, shot, bludgeoned with a crowbar, which I know is a trophy or like a challenge or something like that.
Yeah, it's if you beat him to death with a 9-iron. If you beat him to death with a golf club, it's supposed to be a reference to BioShock.
But I think that was the only reference to the Curry. I think canon-wise, the Curry went off to the Divide.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. I feel like that was always like a thing of like he came up, yes man, came in and all that, and then like, something happened, or he got a message, or however the Divide started. I can't remember. I want to play that one more. Like that's like I think the least one I played.
That's the one I like the least. I like everyone's like, I fucking hate Dead Money, and I'm like, Dead Money's the best one. Dead Money's
so good.
Best one.
Pain in the ass, but so good.
Yeah, but build your character right. Build your character with like a little bit of... Also, did you know that it's wildly bugged? The ghost people are supposed to have like 0 perception, but the game is glitched out and they have like a 10 perception, so they always see you coming. No matter how good your stealth is. One of the companions gives you a plus to stealth. I think it's Dog, because he's a Nightkin. He gives you a plus to stealth, so your first thought is, I could just sneak around them. And then they just come at you because, it's like how Gandhi in the Civilization games is like immediately gonna nuke. That started because he was at 0 for war, but the game interpreted 0 as 100%. And then it just became a meme and they kept it. Yeah, the perception of the ghost people is supposed to be 0, but, that game was not given enough time to be worked on.
I did not know that.
Yeah. I just learned that recently.
Speaking of Mr. House and Cooper again, because Cooper was going to explode the diode. He's like, what if I shoot this? And then House is like, well, it could reach the other planets. That catastrophic.
Do you believe that, or you think he was just talking shit?
I think he might be talking shit because it's like, I don't know. Can I
be honest with you with that?
Yeah.
I think House was saying that because he knew Cooper wasn't going to do it.
Yeah. Because
he still needs to find his family. Like, he knows he's there for a reason. And also, he's a movie star. Be a little theatrical. Oh, also, I was right about being still in Vegas next season. Somehow I got Colorado and being still in Vegas on the same bingo card. Don't tell me I'm not a real one when it comes to the shit, Kyle.
You are.
Thank you. Say it out loud. Let the people in the cheap seats hear, Kyle.
You are the real one.
Oh, shit.
There's only one of you.
Kyle, that's going to be my ringtone. That's going to be my ringtone. You don't even understand. What else we got to talk about? This is just such a good all-around episode. Like, not even as a finale, but just as an installment in... There's a few things I had problems with. Like, when you get to see all the rad roaches killing the people. Kyle, they stabbed a rad roach to death with a screwdriver. That's not an in-game weapon. What kind of a fool do you take me for, even?
I find it funny though, but that a bunch of Vaulties were killed by rad roaches. You know what I mean? It was just like, I just find it funny that it was just like all these new vault people, and it's like, yeah, they're just fucking dead because rad roaches killed them.
Well, in Fallout 3,
that's typical.
They have a rad roach problem.
They do.
So
and 4.
Well, 4 is different. That vault has been opened and closed. Yeah. So I think that to be different. But I've noticed with the show, anytime it introduces too many characters, you kind of realize, oh, they're gonna die. Mm-hmm. Like they introduce the slaves, the Kaiser slaves, and the ghoul kills one immediately. And then from one episode into another, you watch Lucy take the female slave from there to the camp, and then they kill her immediately because here's all these new people that you have to meet. Like, it was just one of those things of like, all right, she's gone. She's out. Like, I just, so anytime I see a bunch of characters pop up, dude, there was no way I think her name is Claudia, the one that Hank takes, and they gonna be getting down.
The one that Norm takes?
Yeah. What did I say, Hank? Mm-hmm. I meant Norm.
Hank, yeah.
They gon' get down. They gon' finna get down to Pound Town. They're gonna buy they're gonna get a ticket to the bus and head on down to Pound Town. Did you know Pound Town is technically in the Bone Zone? I'm so tired. Kyle, I was on the stair machine for an hour after I bench pressed. God, am I tired.
I love that House is like, I rigged everything. Every slot machine, every table, everything, but I wasn't expecting them
to be here.
The Enclave to be, he miscalculated.
We're putting the Enclave to bed after this one, right?
Do we mean to bed? Like
we're done seeing them. How many times can Darth Vader be the bad guy? You know what I mean? Like, even like you watch the prequels and it's the story of Darth Vader. And then you watch the original trilogy and it's Darth Vader. And then you watch the sequel trilogy, the one that nobody likes, even though we just got over the prequels, now nobody likes these. That first movie, what's the first one called? Force Awakens comes out. Guess who's the bad guy in a weird, convoluted way because Kylo Ren is worshiping Darth Vader's helmet. Stop it. Stop. Mm-hmm. Fallout 4 didn't have the Enclave. It had XO1 power armor, sure. And that was enough for me. Then they started adding Enclave Hellfire Troopers and a bunch of other stuff. And it's like, that's fine. It's neat. We don't need it. It's not a needed thing. I don't want to see.
Yeah, I think.
Oh,
I think they're always going to be the main villain.
Yeah, but how many times? Like, how many other bases can they have? Fallout 2, we destroy Navarro.
Probably a shit ton.
Sure. I mean, yeah, but dude, come on. We're crippling them left and right. Fallout 2, you destroy Enclave base Navarro. You destroy the Enclave base on the oil rig, right? And then Fallout 3, here's the entirety of the White House. Like, not the White House itself. It's Raven Rock, but still, their president is an AI. Cool. Fallout 4 doesn't exist. New Vegas, there's remnants of Enclave running about. 76 talks about the Enclave because of the White Springs and the bunkers and how close it is to DC. All of this makes sense. Okay, where's left? Colorado? Which actually, Kyle, here's what's crazy. If this is what I think this is, like if where the Enclave base is, Kyle, I can see this from my house. Dog, I can see this from my house.
You see it?
Do you understand what that does to me? Like the only other time I've ever felt this excited about being in a place is twice. When I went to DC for the first time and I was like, holy shit, I've been here before because I played the shit out of Fallout 3. And the other time is when I went to Chicago, I went, this is Gotham. I was like, this is Gotham. I feel like Batman could swoop in any minute and break my neck and go, now talk. And I'd be like, anything for you, Batman. Like, if they start showing locations that I've been to in Colorado, Kyle, I might piss and shit and come and fart and bleed. Like, I might do it all, dude. I'm so stupid. It sucks that we're never really going to get to explore it in a game, but the fact that they're going to be like, and here's this thing. Like, there's the second best zoo in the country is in Colorado. Did you know this? Have you heard about this? The second best zoo in the country, it's San Diego, and it's the Cheyenne Mountain Zoo. I'm so close to the Cheyenne Mountain Zoo. Actually, in the lore of Vault Zero, which is in Cheyenne Mountain, because that's where Kyle, they track Santa Claus in this state. This is where NORAD is. Do you understand what I'm saying to you?
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying to you about colorful Colorado? My slime. They track Santa Claus here. I see where they track. Son, I've been checking NORAD since I'm a fetus. Since I was a zygote, I've been checking NORAD, the Santa tracker. And you're going to tell me they're right here? I don't care that I'm a 30-year-old man. I check the Santa tracker every goddamn year while I watch Rankin Bass Christmas movies and I make shrimp and I eat cookies and my tummy hurts. You understand what I'm saying to me? That's right there, Kyle. The direction I am pointing is like literally where it is. I leave my apartment every day and I see NORAD, and they're going to come here in the lore of Vault Zero, which I did a little while ago. I did a little bit on the calculator too, which is in Vault Zero. They had to eat the exotic animals in the vault. You know what kind of exotic animals are on Cheyenne Mountain? The zoo, Kyle. The zoo that I've been to, the second best zoo in this country, they ate penguin and giraffe, and the giraffes are very big out here, Kyle. They're very, very big. They have a very large grizzly bear. He's a very kind gentleman. I love watching him swim around. They have elephants. There's a picture in my kitchen of the elephant from the zoo eating his dinner. Kyle, I live in a state where Fallout is about to happen. Like, sorry to gush and go nuts, but this is nuts to me. Like, I didn't feel this excited about this when I went to Good Springs because I've been to Good Springs and I know what Good Springs is about. I live here, son. There is a real chance they show a place that I frequent all the time and I will pass it every day for the rest of my life as long as I live here and be like, that's where Lucy did that thing. That's where the ghoul did this. That's where he threw it down white boy style and quirked up on the block. Dude, I'm going to be insufferable. I'm really sorry to gush like this. I'm going to be like, you're going to come here and I'm going to be like, Kyle, the Courier's tour. We're going on the Ghouls tour. And you're going to be like, I don't care. And I'm going to be like, Kyle, this is important to me. I can't explain to you how excited I'm. Sorry, everybody.
No.
Sorry.
Well, not at all.
Very excited. I hope they show the Rocky Stadium. I hope they show Coors Field. I hope they show Denver. Like, I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait to see the mountain that I see every day in the Fallout show. Kyle, please. I'm just gonna gush.
We get some Maximus fighting Death Claws, which is fun. It was just fun.
My favorite part about that, Maximus has no idea who the king was, but he was fighting right in front of the King's School of Impersonation. Mm-hmm. And dude, this episode like made me tear up a little bit because
the music was good, and I love the music. It was such good music choices. But like even like the non like licensed music, like the soundtrack was amazing in parts.
Sure. that combined with Maximus fighting the Death Claws in front of the Kings, I feel like I bring it up too often, but like I have a Vault Boy permanently etched into my skin for the rest of my life. Mm-hmm. I forget how important this shit is to me. Not because I don't care, but it's just Fallout 3 was solace for a scared little boy. You know what I mean? And like I'm watching this happen, and I'm just thinking about like Fallout New Vegas is the first midnight release I ever go to, and like everything I got to do because it, like I'm gonna cry. Like I thought about going to DC, and I thought about going to Good Springs, and I thought about Tom Flood in the Discord who went to the event in London and like made a little video for us. Like I've got to do so much cool shit because I'm way too into something. Like you know what I mean? Like I'm way too into something, and it's at a point where everybody loves it. And I remember all of my friends making fun of me that I liked Fallout 3. I was like, this is my favorite game ever. And they're like, what kind of game do you shoot a guy in the head and he doesn't die? And now, like, my mom watches this. Like, I forgot. It's not I forgot. It's not even like I got jaded. I think you just get like lost in the sauce. You know what I mean? Like, I'm watching Maximus kill Deathclaws, and I'm like, this is it, man. This is it. Like, no matter what happens with this show, there's a 12-year-old who's scared in his bedroom and he's alone. What I'm trying to say is that I'm a very, very lucky individual. And I have been blessed with many things in my life, and I'm very lucky that I get to share it with so many people. This is a very good final episode of this season. It might be better than the final of last season. This might be one of the best episodes of the show.
Yeah.
Like, no hyperbole. I can only think of the supermarket episode, which I think is like season 1, episode 4. But I like that for different reasons. You know what I mean? Like, I like that episode because it expands upon what ghouls are. And it explains it in a really nice way. I really like the idea. I thought you were going to be right, Kyle, about him faking about his wife and child being alive.
I thought, okay, so the scene where they're in the airport, and we got Frank Sinatra singing in that episode, that part, so we see Hank and Steph are married. So I was right. I was right about that. You were right about that. Do you think Lucy's their daughter?
No. I thought the same thing at first, and I forgot that Lucy has brown eyes and she has blue eyes. The baby that Chet, or what's his name?
Norm.
Chad? No, not Norm, his friend.
Oh,
Chet. The baby that Chet is now raising, that Steph's husband dies when the Raiders attack in episode 1, that's Hank's kid. That's Hank's son, which would make Chet the baby's uncle. If I'm looking at that correctly. There's no doubt in because we see that woman immediately pregnant. Like, you see that woman when Lucy talks about being one of the young pipe fitters. You see Steph pregnant.
Yeah, episode 1.
Yeah. And then she has the baby, and then they attack, and then her husband dies. That baby's Hank McClane's baby. That's what that made me want to know where the timeline was even more, because she gets a job at Vault Tech. He gets her pregnant. Dude, knowing how much of a conniving, manipulating shyster that she is, I wouldn't be surprised. That's not even Hank's kid. Like, I wouldn't be surprised that's someone else's kid that she was also sleeping with to get ahead in life.
Yeah.
But, who knows? Let's just say it's Hank's kid. Knowing the humor that this show has and that the series has, I wouldn't be surprised she'd be like, I let him have sex with me once. He came in 2 minutes, and then I got pregnant. I wouldn't be surprised she got pregnant, found out about it, and then like a month into pregnancy was put into cryosleep, and then woke up pregnant and was like, yo, I'm pregnant. What do we do? Got married immediately.
Yeah, plus like of how like when they uncryoed them too, Hank could have been this age and with, Lucy already there and born, and you know what I mean?
That's kind of what I was thinking, because if she's pregnant when you see Lucy go through this was my role in Vault 33.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised it was one of those of just like, and the Enclave Pip-Boy, dude.
Yeah.
What a smart way to actually use something that was silly. I've never liked the paint on the Pip-Boys. Like, I like the Pimp Boy because it was just a, like, oh, you know, it's like a funny play on words and, you know, it's gold and it's silly. But then when they started adding in Fallout 4, where it's like, oh, here, you can get a Pip-Boy that's blue and red, and it's Slocum Joe's, and it's Sugar Bombs, and it's Enclave, it's NCR. It's silly to me. It's pointless. It's not anything I'm ever going to think. If anything, it's going to take me out of the immersion. Like, if you can get a Pip-Boy screen that's cracked and is dirty and all f***ed up and like it looks like the buttons aren't even on it anymore, that would immerse me more. But one that says like the New California Republic or the Brotherhood of Steel, I'm like, that's silly. If it was carved in, I think that would make more sense to me. Like if someone modified it themselves, customized it themselves, that would make more sense to me. But that Enclave Pip-Boy, I was like, they would do some shit like that. It just looks all good in black. It looks good all in black. I mixed that all the way. Doesn't it? Isn't that the best part about it? Is that it looks good in black?
I like it. And with the Enclave logo on, like, was it on the knob? Or was it?
No,
it was just on the side.
Just on the side.
It wasn't like big. It was just like right there, and it loaded up with the Enclave.
Yeah,
like it didn't load up Pip-Boy or like Vault-Tec. It loaded up Enclave.
I wonder if people who aren't fans of the show like you or I are going to think that the Enclave made the Pip-Boys or that Robco had something to do with the Pip-Boy. No, it's on the right-hand side. I like this version of the Pip-Boy quite a bit, this 33 Pip-Boy, whatever it is. I like that it's a little more streamlined. I like a chunky Pip-Boy a little more, to be completely honest. You have a favorite Pip-Boy?
I mean, I don't know if I have a favorite Pip-Boy. I always like the weird iPad Pip-Boy thing that they had.
Yeah? You like the Fallout 4 one?
Yeah.
I think the 76 Pip-Boy is the best Pip-Boy. I'm Kyle. Fallout 3 is my favorite game of all time.
Uh-huh.
The 76 one, there's something. I think it's because it looks like a Fallout 1 Pip-Boy, but on your wrist. And I just love the way it looks, the retrofuturism, the Nixie tubes, the grate on it. I really, really, really love that. I might buy the Pip-Boy. The new one, the Fallout 3 one, Kyle, it's $300. You say I should like I just have $300 to throw at the wall. If I do my taxes in a nice time, I might get this for myself. I might, because this is a beautiful Pip-Boy. It looks just like in game. Kyle, even if I just go to Comic-Con, I might wear it around. You know what I mean? Just to be like, oh yeah, Fallout fan, what up? Like, you know, who cares? Next to my Vault Boy tattoo. Yeah, I really should buy this. It's so expensive. It's the last. Really I have every other Pip-Boy though.
You should though.
I know. Kyle, don't you threaten me with a good time.
As a collector, you should.
Do you have one?
I don't actually own a Pip-Boy.
Really?
I had Fallout merch, and then like I don't know, I was like a weird like phase, and then like now I think I gave you all my Fallout stuff.
Really?
I am a fake fan.
Well, dude,
I think so.
It's here.
But now I have the Benny, I have NCO Ranger, I have Victor up there.
You got Victor?
Bottles. I got Victor, yeah.
You didn't show me that you got Victor.
I didn't show you got Victor?
No, you got to send me a picture.
I ordered Mr. House and.
Did you order Caesar?
I didn't order Caesar. I got Securitron though.
If you see them again and you order them, let me know and I'll send you the money. Okay, what else? I feel like we've been just gushing, dude. It's just such a good episode.
Speaking of my theory of how like I thought like Barb and Janie were dead when they're at the airport.
Yes, good memory.
The phones ring and then we have Mr. House talking to Cooper saying that there's worse people and we see these men. I'm like, she's gonna get killed. They're going to like assassinate her.
Yeah.
But it was House's Un-American Association or something like that. And
it was the Gestapo. Cooper. It was just the SS. It was just the secret police. Have you ever read 1984?
Nope.
You should. I love that's my favorite book. I think I like dystopia. Mm-hmm. But like I think you could appreciate this book because you'll read it and be like, a lot of fiction took from this. I read that book 6 times last year. If you count listening to it as an audiobook, I read it once and listened to it 5 times. But Kyle, that book is broken up into 3 parts. It's so good that I listened to it out of order. Like that's how much I enjoyed 1984. Like it felt like for a book that came out what feels like 100 years ago, but wasn't. If you would have told me this was written today, I would have been like, yes, of course. And also, it's all happening today. And it also was all happening back then. Like, it just, I adore that book. Kyle, so that's what I thought. That's what it reminded me of. It reminded me of The Secret Police in 1984. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And I mean, of course, it's the Enclave. How stupid was I? They're wearing all black.
Oh, it was House.
No, it wasn't.
Because they said Houses. It was Houses like un-American.
He says before it happens, I want you to know that it wasn't me.
So that's what I thought. Like, oh, they're going to kill her. Like, she's going to get killed there.
Or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she was either going to get killed or, like, severely hurt.
Yeah. But then we get a lot of stuff with, like, Lucy Hank and how Hank's going to, like, he miniaturized the chip and he's going to put it into Lucy, but Cooper comes and saves her. And then he just walks off, gives the hat nod. So how do you feel about the whole, with the revelation is that the votes were not the experiment, the top side is the experiment?
This is one of the things that I have kind of a problem with. What does that mean? Like, what does that mean? I also think Hank is lying to her about a lot of things. I think when he's pretending like he doesn't know her, I think that's an act. I don't think that's real.
Oh.
Like, why would it be? Come on. Also, there's already a bunch of people with chips in them. Who? Does that mean we're just gonna, like, again, does that then play into my theory of Lucy rebuilding a society from Vegas, and from Vegas the people with chips in them become her police?
No, I think what that meant was, like, how I think the chips were planned in the people sent out to the wasteland with orders for the Enclave.
Oh, I see.
I think this is like a synth situation where, like, who's the synth?
I see. I don't know. Chipped? I don't think he's telling the truth entirely.
Mm-mm.
I think he's
no.
wanting to lie to her. And you know what? Part of me wanted to like him too. Like, there was a real point where I was like, I really want to like you. Like, I really want to believe that you're doing what you think is best. And I just can't. He's just a penis. This show is really good at upsetting the fans, only for it to show that none of them have patience. You know what I mean? Because
I saw some stuff about, like, oh, I hope that's not true. The votes were the experiments, and it's like,
Kyle, they initiate phase 2.
Yeah, phase 2.
Maybe
what the is phase 2?
Maybe phase 2 is we take the data we've collected from the vaults and then see what's going on topside with it. Maybe now topside is the experiment. Maybe the vaults are the experiment. Again, when I'm right again next season, just Bethesda, you just get in contact with Okay, so I don't know if it's this way in DC, but in Colorado, there is a minimum amount of money that a salaried employee can get paid. You got to pay me that. I know DC's expensive. I don't care. I want to work on something that I love. I could write some shit. If anything, I will take an interview with Todd Howard and a tour of the studio. If you let me write an episode or co-write an episode. Plus, I need those SAG-AFTRA benefits. Kyle, this will happen. If I say it enough times, it'll happen.
I've always wanted to learn. Okay, like, I think, like, even, like, when we play play Fall and stuff like that, I'm like, I want to know, like, okay, so the vaults were experiments. Where's all the information going? Who's looking at this information? Like, are they still alive looking at this information?
It's been 200
and I think
years.
You're right.
I think
you're right. I think phase 2 is like, it's the experiment. Phase 2 is like, okay, we learned all this information from the votes. Time to make our America.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised season 3 opens with an homage to Fallout 2, where a vault door opens and you see a family of dwellers wave, and then the Enclave are just spinning miniguns and mowing people down. I wouldn't be surprised if all the vaults just open.
Oh my God, yeah.
Every vault opens and it's like, this is reclamation. Exactly. This is reclamation day. We have enough data, which is wild that Steph has the power to do that. So that really means that Hank is someone very high up in vault tech and also was just plowing into a sociopath that he gave all that power to as well. And just now, okay, Reclamation Day, Vault 101, the vault that was never supposed to open. The Fiends, if the Fiends are still in Vault 3, they're out. Shady Sands is Shady Sands. Vault 13, if I remember correctly, is abandoned. Doesn't really matter, but it's like, here's all these vaults. Now all these vaults are open. What sucks is you're never going to be able to go in a game, really explore what has happened in those vaults. Imagine the vault in Fallout 4 that, I can't remember the name of it, but there's like the mole rat disease you can contract from it. Where Curie is.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that door opens on its own. Does that mean the door can never be shut again? And is it every vault? Or are the control vaults fine? Are the experiment vaults meant to be opened? So, like...
Maybe the experiment vaults.
Kyle.
Or it's only the control vaults to be like, hey, you're free now. Time to experiment on you up here.
So do you think Vault 31, 32, and 33 are just going to open?
I have a feeling something's going to happen with them. I think they're going to open or something.
But okay, follow me on this one. Vault 108, you're going to tell me a bunch of Gary clones are just going to spill out into DC. Do you understand what I'm saying? Is this the experiment? Let's experiment on humans, see how far it goes. Like, you don't have to worry about the Vault 34. The boomers are a post-vault society. So that's the one that has all the weapons in it. Vault 34 is the one with all the weapons in it. The boomers come from there. They idolize the weapons, whatever. Vault 22. Like, that's a vault that's already opened. There's already shit that's been going on in there. There's already shit that's done in there.
Vault 77. The Puppet Man.
That's a vault that's already been opened. Mm-hmm. Like, that's a vault that the guy left. So...
yeah.
How many vaults are actually going to open? I really hope we don't see every experiment. Like, I really hope some... I know we won't, but I hope they just kind of like... I hope what they do is they're like, a Vault 69, 999 women and one man. Vault 68, the same thing in reverse. The one vault that's 10 men, 10 women, and a panther. Like, just like they talk about that, and then they throw like one more at us. And that's it. Like, one more. It's like, what the f***? Where's that one? Like Vault 21. Is Vault 21 going to open? Those people live there already.
Yeah.
Or did live there at that point. I think phase 2 is the surface being the experiment. Mind you, everything will come back to capitalism. They need a way to make money. So maybe I like the idea of the Enclave continuing, because what they could do is now set up society and people be like, hey, we have clean water and clothing and propaganda that you can fall for. Why don't you come here and you live a happy life, but you have to be chipped? And the main goal of the Enclave is to get to space, to go colonize other planets, right?
Yeah.
So now you have essentially Neanderthals that are going to work for you for free. Kyle.
Yeah.
Kyle. I need my check randomly. I need my check randomly, dude. I just, everyone has that thing where it's like, would you / could you write for your favorite piece of fiction? Mm-hmm. I don't think I could do it for Batman. I think I have an idea for a Godzilla movie, but it's more of like a kaiju movie than it is a Godzilla movie. I could write Fallout. I know I could a Quest something. Like I love this shit so much, man. Kyle, what else? I don't want to just keep gushing again. What else? I'm not trying to be Markiplier and cry constantly on camera.
Hank presses the button and then we see him like not know who he is and stuff like that, which Hank is alive, so he'll probably show up again.
I thought about buying the Hank toy after that episode.
Hank toy?
I was like, maybe.
But we see Maximus' armor is damaged. He gets out of it. Roulette table and spear in hand. Dude. Seeing the flashbacks to the Brotherhood looking down on him as a kid, and he's there to defend Freeside.
I didn't think he was going to die. Like, I think maybe 30% of me thought he might die. Mm-hmm. And I was like, you know what? If he dies, he died fighting for what he loved and believed in. Mm-hmm. Like, he believes... Did Thaddeus win, technically?
Yeah. Yeah, he did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I love the point where he's like, I used to make money for a living. Also, I saw someone go, he wasn't making noise when all those caps were in his
Yeah, I saw that too.
But this was an all-around good episode. Mm-hmm. This really, I have like minor gripes with it. I wish it was longer. I hope So here's the thing about season 2. It needs to be longer because if you're going to split it up, because now I have to follow. I'm not saying that in a bad way, but I'm following Lucy and Maximus, right? I'm assuming Thaddeus is going to get into his own shenanigans.
Yes.
We got to follow Norm and his now girlfriend or his not girlfriend do whatever they're going to do. And now the ghoul is all the way in Colorado. So I have a story that's still going on in California. I have a story that's going on in Nevada and a story that's going on in colorful Colorado, which did you see? I think you sent it to me where it's like, oh boy, they have to cut through the state that's right by Colorado and Nevada, a little place called Utah. I hope they break it up into like 10 episodes, 12 episodes. I don't think they'll do 16. I think 16 would be smart because it would be like, here's Lucy, Maximus, and Norm, here's the ghoul. And then bop back and forth. Because the ghoul is going to have a lot of lore to set up. But also, the ghoul doesn't really talk. He's a very quiet character. So how many characters are we going to be introduced to? That's the thing.
I think how I see season 3 going is that we're going to see Lucy Maximus with the help of Mr. House, because we see him flicker on the screen while they're in the penthouse. And I think we're going to see that whole Legion NCR battle at New Vegas go down. And we're going to cut to Cooper in Colorado. I think we'll see the whole battle maybe an episode or 2. I think Mr. House is going to go with them. I think Mr. House is going to be with Lucy and Maximus.
I think Mr. House is going to become Yes Man in a sense. Because I think Lucy and Maximus I think that's their home now. Like, I think that's just what it's going to be, is that's their home. Like, simple as that. Also, I'm calling this now. Remember in like episode 2 when Viltzig throws the puppy in the furnace?
Yeah.
Remember for a split second they show a super mutant arm?
Yeah.
That's either Janie or Barb. I'm calling that now. Because of the hero's journey. You know, he gets what he wanted, but at what cost? And now he's a changed man. So he got exactly what he wanted, but now his like, he was around for the Unity.
I don't think Barb's alive. I think Janie's like an adult.
Yo, imagine they're centaurs. Like how centaurs were dipped into FEV with other animals and other people and form into that mass of human. Imagine they're centaurs. I kind of thought that. I thought of that, and then I thought, they probably won't do the trope of kill me.
Did you come up with a theory that maybe I did see a theory? That's why she was connected. The Congresswoman was connected because of like she was high on the IQ thing of like happy and like the emotions or something like that. That's why they used her for the chips and stuff like that.
I didn't say that.
Dude, I don't remember. I remember somebody talking about that. I'm like, oh, that's interesting.
I've been right enough. It's fine. Like, I don't need that one.
I think Barb either is very old or dead, and Janie's like an adult.
They are
when he finds them.
Yes, but I also don't think they are. Can I spoil The Walking Dead for you a little bit?
Sure.
It's one of the best parts of The Walking Dead. Towards the last like 40 issues, I want to say maybe 30 issues, Michonne has gone through having loved and having lost many a time, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they find that I think it's in Ohio. In the show, it's in Pittsburgh, so Pennsylvania mentioned. Because in the show, Pennsylvania secedes from the contiguous U.S. as the zombies are going down. They're like, no, we're done. We're a Commonwealth. We're not a state anymore. Like, they're a Commonwealth to begin with. But they're like, we're not a part of the U.S. F*** all that shit. And now Pennsylvania is like a power in the show, which is cool because Pennsylvania. But I want to say it's Ohio because they cut through Pittsburgh at one point. And it's called the Commonwealth, right? And they meet the governor of the Commonwealth. They have a board right outside the city that if you have pictures of your loved ones, you can post them anywhere on the board. The Walking Dead does a really good job of not telling you at all how much time has passed. It's very, very loose with how much time has passed. There's even a point where Rick shows up at a community and they're having Halloween. And he's like, oh, is it the 31st already? And they're like, we don't really know. We didn't realize we weren't keeping the date until it was a couple weeks in. So we think this is right. And he's like, yeah, I think you might be wrong because our count was a couple weeks off. And he's like, I guess we're just never going to know what the real date is. There's a point where a character who shows up in like issue 18, in issue like 170 something, 160 something, just meets their daughter again after what feels like 15 years. And it's such a good moment. And it's one of those where like, I hope Cooper gets that with Janie, where she finds out, Michonne finds out that her husband or her baby dad, I don't remember if they were together, her ex-husband and her other daughter are dead because of zombies, but the one daughter made it. And she's like, I hate that. She's like, I want to be angry and upset that my daughter and my ex-husband are dead, but also I have my daughter back. And that's a really fun element that I really like. I kind of hope the series doesn't end with the ghoul finding his family and then it's over. Like, I want to see them getting used to him.
Right.
Like as far as we know, ghouls are sterile. Like they can't have children. They presumably don't have functioning sexual organs. Like, is that an issue that they can't have sex again? Like, do they kiss each other and does his mouth taste like death because he died 200 years ago and is still continuing to live? He had a piece of uranium put inside of him so he could continue to, like, at what point does he become a glowing one? Because that's so obviously what they're setting it up for. Yeah. So, like, this is such a good episode, Kyle.
We're leading. We're heading to. Either it's going to be in, I think they said they had enough stuff to tell like 5 seasons or something like that.
I was going to ask you how, I think it's 4. I think it depends on how many episodes. They're leading up to this
super mutant enclave war. You know, like they're leading up to that. I think that's what we're going to hit. Whatever that is going to be entailed and wherever the Brotherhood is going to come in at that point with them, just whatever, but it's going to be against the enclave. Like either we finally have the Brotherhood be like, all right, we're going to team up with CS just for now and take out the Enclave forever, you know? But I think it's going to be something this big with this big war that's going to be, because they said it's going to affect the games. Mm-hmm. So I think it's going to be like, we're heading to this big war.
I mean, people complain that the Bethesda Fallouts don't advance civilization enough because here's New Vegas and then, we just set everything back to zero. Because
what if we're heading to like Great War 2?
I don't think so. I don't think you're wrong, but I don't think you're right. I think this is going to be like one of the bigger wars, but there's a bunch of other wars that happen that are pretty big. I don't think anything catastrophic. It's not going to be a great war in the sense of other countries, I doubt, are going to get involved.
Yeah.
But like this could be one of the biggest conflicts in the past 226 years, whatever it is. Like I could see that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't. The thing is,
do you think we're going to have Liberty Prime versus Liberty Prime?
I don't care. I was right about that too. Say it, Kyle. Say it.
About what? About Liberty Prime. But we're going to have Liberty Prime view Liberty Prime?
I hope not. It was also Liberty Prime Alpha. Did you see that?
Yeah.
I hate Liberty Prime. I hate him so very much. I have him on my shelf somewhere. I'm tired of seeing him, dude. Okay, so let me ask you this. Is the Vault Boy a character or not? Like, is the Vault Boy a character in the Fallout universe?
I believe so, yeah.
Not like how in Tactics you can have him on your team. Like, do you consider the Vault Boy a character? Like the same way you consider Cooper Howard. No. Would you consider him a character the same way you consider Cooper Howard or Lucy or Fox or Three Dog or Kaiser or Preston Garvey? Like, would you consider him a character?
I mean, I would consider him a character mascot.
But not a character.
I wouldn't say.
Okay, if you don't
animated character mascot, but I don't consider him like a living.
Okay, if you don't consider the Vault Boy as a character, Liberty Prime shows up the most out of any character in the Fallout universe. it's Liberty Prime. He shows up in 3. If you count the DLCs, he shows up in Broken Steel. He shows up in 4. And now he's going to show up in the show. The only other character that I could think has that many appearances is Marcus the Super Mutant.
Which I think we'll see Marcus again. I know we'll see Marcus again.
I think Marcus is smart enough. I think he's smart enough. Unless he's like, my friend once believed in this. Like, unless he just I really don't think so. I hope not, to be honest. I kind of hope he's just living happily in Mount Charleston, away from everybody. Watch me be wrong on that. I'll be so upset. I've been so right. I can't afford to be wrong. Is there anything else we got to talk about? We've been doing this a while. It's not that I don't want to talk to you about this. It's just I got to edit.
Right. Barb and Janie were not in the cryopods, and there's the postcard for Colorado, so we know that's all going down.
Hell yeah.
Colorado.
Legion and NCR, Legion's marching on New Vegas. I think that's pretty much it.
I think that's everything. I keep seeing a meme that it's a fake Twitter page for House, and it shows Lucy and Maximus looking out of the 38, and it's him on the screen turning on, and he goes, "Who the fuck are you? Get out of my house." Kyle, what would you give this episode?
Ooh, I would give this episode 10 out of 10 NCR Chuck showing up to save the day.
Kyle, that means so much to me. Thank you. Like, I know that's your own like silly little headcanon, but it just I'm so happy that you had such a good time with that. As someone who watched that,
loved it.
I want to give this episode 9.8. Out of 10.
It was such a good episode, such a good finale.
Yeah, truly. We're like I was saying before, we're very lucky as fans, as friends, just like you and I, just whatever. I feel very lucky. I feel like a very, 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 very,
and then 20-something years, we'll finally get to play Fallout 5 and see the consequences of the TV show.
When do you think we're getting the Fallout 3 remake remaster?
I don't know, but everybody was on thinking that it was going to be shadow dropped, and it was just a 3D apartment tour.
Yeah, we knew that was happening. Like, that's what I thought was crazy, is we knew that was happening.
It was when the studio that
posted
did the Oblivion remake posted it.
Yeah, sure. I get you. I think we're getting
we'll eventually get it. We'll eventually get them. I think either next year or even I know Game Awards is this year. And then we have the whole summer Game Fest stuff.
Which you got to let me know about that. We should do another video about that. I miss doing that with you. Mm-hmm. I think we're going to get it on Great War Day. I think October 23rd is when they're going to give it to us.
Do you think they'll announce it at like the summer Game Fest stuff and like over the summer? No?
No. If they do it, what I would consider correctly, they'll wait till about 9 a.m. It depends on where. It's like 9:47. That's always the time I've always considered it. It kind of differs depending on where it is. But 9:47, I think they'll wait till like 9 a.m. on Great War Day and be like, here you go. And they'll probably sell more copies of Fallout 3 then than the game sold when it came out.
Oh, absolutely.
And Kyle, I love this game. I love this series.
I do too.
I'm so happy and excited and lucky to be able to do this with you and share it with people. I really am.
I've been playing through New Vegas, and I was like, okay, I'm going to do a house playthrough because like that seems like where it's going to.
Yeah.
And then I saw the Securitron bias thing. I'm like, they're doing that again. I got to always go, yes, man. They always bring me back.
You always come back to where you started. Kyle, thank you very much for doing this. The intro music was by Shane Ivers, but this has been so good. I'm outroing this with Juicy J's Riley, the remix. If you've seen a New Vegas edit, you know what I'm talking about. Let me scoot over. On screen right now are names. These people support the show. I love you. Hey, next week, regularly scheduled programming of Atomic Radio Hour. I'll see you then. Everybody be safe. Link in the description to my Twitter, the show's Twitter, Kyle's Twitter. I gotta start using the show's Twitter again. I haven't used it in a minute. I wasn't sure how I felt about it once Elon was being Elon and shit, you know. Anyway, I love you guys. Stay safe. We'll see you soon. Kyle, am I forgetting anything? Shout out to Patreon. Check out Redbubble. Kyle?
Yes.
Bye, Kyle.
Bye, Kyle.
Bye, Kyle. Bye. See you guys next season.
Back into the basement I go.
Atomic Radio Hour Podcast. A Ghoulman Entertainment Production.